good morning, everybody. Happy Friday Eve to you. I'm Rob Evans. Welcome to a Daybreak Plus. We're breaking down all the news you may have missed overnight and digging deep into what matters to you. And as any parent out there can tell you, daycare, well, kids in general are expensive, but last night, some help. More than 120 Texas groups signed a letter urging state lawmakers to make childcare more affordable. How's it going to happen? KVUE's Readiness shows us how one bill could make a big difference for thousands of Texas families.
Cassandra Gonzalez works hard to put this smile on her son's face. In the early months as a young mom, it wasn't easy. She dropped out of college.
I couldn't afford classes then, or even have the time to take classes.
Or even the time to work a 9 to 5 because she couldn't afford childcare.
It was a struggle. It was just check by check that I was trying to live off of, so it was difficult to deal with.
According to the childcare management software, Brightwheel, the average cost for childcare in Austin is more than $1,200 per month. Right now, the Texas Workforce Commission has about 95,000 families on their childcare scholarship wait list, with hopes of getting help with the financial burden. House Bill 500, a supplemental budget bill, could help remove 10,000 families from the wait list. The bill is asking for $100 million in state funding to do that.
It's historic. The Texas legislature has never committed state funding to this program before, and I think that they have seen the support from across the state. We recently joined on a sign-on letter with over 120 other Texas organizations supporting this.
Gonzalez was one of the lucky ones. She got off of the wait list and into a place where she could follow her dreams.
My scholarship is for the whole thing, so it covers all the bases, the whole bill for daycare and everything.
Giving the 25-year-old the time to go back to college.
I was taking 5 classes a semester with a full-time job at the moment with the scholarship that it's helping me with. I'm about to graduate in the fall, so it's helped me a lot.
And she hopes this bill can help others in similar situations.
Now, this bill won't only help families, it'll also give daycare providers the clients they need to keep the doors open as the cost of doing business is going up. Now, the House has already passed HB 500, so it's in the Senate's hand. We don't know when they're going to take it up, but there is less than a month left to do so in this session. Well, a new initiative could have helped protect more Central Texans from wildfires. This is called FLAME, and it's meant to teach homeowners about more steps they can take to protect their property. KVUE's Kelsey Sanchez explains.
This is Cecilia Burke's backyard, filled with trees and landscape.
My house here backs up to 100 acres of open space,
which makes for a nice view, but it also makes it easier for flames to get close to her home.
I decided to get right on it because my house has cedar siding that was put on in the early 80s. So I've replaced all of my cedar siding with hardy board.
Burke's next project involves this roll of mesh.
One of the things that the fire department has impressed upon us, it's all about embers. And the embers can travel up to 1.5 miles, and that's how most structures burn down. It's from another fire.
If a wildfire does spark, this mesh can stop it from spreading. The CEO of Wildfire Defense Mesh, James Greer, provided that material.
So what will happen is an ember will hit it, and then it will catch it, it will burn out on it, and then what falls through doesn't have the ability to reignite on the backside.
Greer sent us a video of how it works. He was one of many who participated in the launch of the FLAME initiative. Officials with Travis County ESD2 hope to create a better response to wildfires and give homeowners more tools to help make their houses fireproof.
We do need to take it seriously, and we do need to take steps for preparation, and that's why we're launching FLAME.
And this material is just one part of that plan. Burke plans to replace the bottom part of the roof's hanging of her home with a mesh, along with the screen doors part of the deck.
I've been worried about fire out here for a long time. And of course, it's now with the drought, it's more likely than not.
Whether it's installing mesh, replacing wall cladding, or cutting down trees close to homes, Burke says the important thing is having some sort of protection.
Well, we don't want to look like Los Angeles where everything went, and the best thing that we can do is harden our houses.
In Austin, Kelsey Sanchez, KVUE News.
Kelsey, thank you. And firefighters in Gillespie County are making progress against a wildfire that's been burning throughout the day. It's off of Highway 290 west of Fredericksburg east of the city of Harper. Now, the latest update from the Texas A&M Forest Service says this fire is 79 acres in size and about 80% contained. All right, 7:06 right now. Let's get a look at weather and traffic. Casey and Hannah. And Casey, we'd love to see some rain and cooler temperatures to help with the wildfire danger, but not going to happen anytime soon.
No, I think tomorrow a couple of us will see maybe a shower or storm across the area, but rain chances limited and the heat remains on. We won't be quite as hot as yesterday today. Here's a look at some of those highs. 101 degrees, Austin, Camp Mabry, we broke a record. Did not quite tie the record for hottest May day, but still hot. We also hit the triple digits for Fredericksburg, Burnett, San Marco, Horseshoe Bay, the hottest across the area. Llano, you reached 106 degrees yesterday. We're off to kind of a hazy, muggier start, cloudy sky at the moment, and we're going to start to dial down our air temperatures, at least for now. Now, one of the things that we're going to start to see added to the forecast is more humidity. So although while in your 7-day forecast, you'll see that temperature coming down, we're still going to be feeling just as hot as the heat that we just dealt with, as we're now going to be trading a dry heat for more of a humid heat heading into the weekend. And with that, we will start to see some small rain chances at least return as we head into the next several days as we start to add in a little bit more moisture. Out the door, you can already start to see it looking a little bit more humid. We're hazy as we take a look out towards the state capitol building. You can see some low clouds moving in from our tower cam out towards Westlake Hills. Temperatures right now sitting in the lower 70s. Highs again next several days. I don't think we'll be breaking into the triple digits for most of us, though we will still be potentially tying and breaking more records. Today we're set to break another record at 99 degrees. Tomorrow set to come close. We remain at least a degree or two within our records through the weekend. It looks like we'll be tying another record on Monday. We're taking a look at our heat risk potential today, where it is down from what we had yesterday. This is our risk of getting those heat-related illnesses. Today, generally moderate across the area, but notice we start to see it tick up tomorrow. And again, that's despite the fact that our air temperatures are going to come down. The reason why it's ticking up is the humidity is ticking up. So we may have to see some heat advisories issued down the road for the heat index potential as we head into especially the weekend. Those dew points going to be nearly at that oppressive range by Saturday. We're talking about dew points in the low 70s. Humidity on top of the fact where we get those highs in the upper 90s. That's where we could see that heat index push to as hot as 110 degrees possible in spots. So it's going to be very, very warm and a little bit stickier through the weekend ahead. As for the rest of today, the clouds that we currently see, those will start to clear out. A bit more sunshine for this afternoon. Partly cloudy, but we remain dry. Notice the clouds filling in for tomorrow morning. That's some fog developing back across the area. Maybe some areas of drizzle, a sign of the humidity that is beginning to make a comeback. Tomorrow evening, that's when I think we could see some isolated showers and storms from about 6 o'clock p.m. Through around 9 p.m. Notice stopping the clock at 8 p.m. We could see a few of these work their way in from the hill country out across the I-35 corridor. A couple of our lucky areas getting in on some nice rain-cooled air, some quick-moving downpours, along with some thunderstorm activity before those start to clear out for late Friday night. Rain coverage after Friday kind of kicking off a little bit more of an active weather pattern. The bulk of the rain is still going to remain well to the north of us through Saturday and Sunday, but we will start to see at least a 10% chance of a stray shower or storm across the area. Rain chances, though, over the next week still set to remain fairly low. Rainfall totals, because of that, also going to be low over about the next week. We're generally looking at up to a couple hundredths of an inch to a couple tenths of an inch at best. A troublesome trend when it comes to the month of May, considering it is typically our wettest month on average, and these drier conditions also going to be coupled with the extreme heat. So highs today back into the upper 90s, a couple of us reaching perhaps the triple digits. Friday, middle and upper 90s, winds still to the south, 5 to 15 miles per hour, bringing in that higher humidity. Weekend ahead, 97 on Saturday. Sunday featuring a high of 97 degrees with that chance for a stray shower or storm by the afternoon. And I think the main focus for that will be up towards the hill country. 7-day forecast as we head into your Monday. Looks like we could be tying another record. We keep with the heat. These highs remaining at least in the middle 90s into next week with minimal rain chances. And as far as the 90s go, I think they are likely here to stay as we head into the remainder of the month of May.
That heat is creeping in. Thank you so much, KC. Let's take a look around town for that morning commute. It is 7:10 right now in Austin, Texas, and we really had a tough go of things this morning for the stretch of Parmer, where you can see there's still ongoing with that road work and that I-35 Capitol Express project. Night and day, quite a stark difference from what it was just a couple of hours ago. Love to see this movement again as we're moving through. There's that live look near North Lamar, just a little bit of stop and go, but like I said, we can certainly work with this compared to what we were working with a little bit earlier. But as you can see, we've got some new developments across the map. So let's get into it here in Dessau. We have two different crashes developing right now that are causing some slowdowns just east of I-35 there in that North Austin area. So heads up for you there. That is not impacting I-35 travel, but it is on Parmer Lane and Dessau. So I just feel like there's always something going on at Parmer, and that is what's working right now. And then on top of that, we have a new crash just north of there that is also causing some slowdowns in the southbound lanes. And that is at Heather Wild at Wild Center Drive. So seeing slowdowns there, but like I said, I-35 looking much better. So let's talk about some of these new developments. So we now have a crash in Onion Creek, our typical stretch here, and this is impacting those northbound lanes right there at Onion Creek. Not a full closure right now or anything like that, but I'll tell you what, anything that goes on there just always contributes to that slowdown that we're already feeling. And then I've been hearing of a power outage in South Austin, and that is contributing to a down traffic light. So it's black in all directions, so treat that as a four-way stop, and that is at William Cannon Drive, both ways at Brody Lane. And then let's take a trip out here to Hamilton Pool, this area. Anytime we get a crash over here, it is very hard to get around. So let's go ahead and see what we have new here. And this is on 71 near Bob Wire Road. And it looks like this one is impacting those westbound lanes as you're heading out towards Hamilton Pool. So definitely seeing improvements compared to what we saw earlier. But, you know, it's just always a crazy day here in Central Texas. So stay safe out there as you are heading out on this Thursday morning. Just really happy to see that Parmer incident on I-35 clear on up. Rob, you.
Well, Hannah, if it's not the traffic that gets you, it's the foxes, apparently. Hays County Sheriff's deputies are warning people in Wimberley now about rabies after a rabid fox bit somebody. Now, this one happened near a home on Cypress Creek Lane last Friday. You see right here where it is on the map. On Monday, though, we told you about 4 reported fox attacks in the Purgatory Creek natural area of San Marcos. Well, city officials suspect that fox has rabies. I mean, hypothetically, could have been the same fox, I guess. Wildlife experts say if you come in contact with the fox, though, do not touch it. Take a listen.
An adult fox should never seem friendly or coming up to you. That can actually be a sign of rabies. Not all rabies demonstrates itself in an aggressive manner.
Now, if you think you've touched a rabid animal, call your local animal control agency. Well, now to an update on the Sean Diddy Combs trial, where for the second day in a row, jurors heard testimony from a key witness. The prosecution showing graphic images associated with the allegations against Combs. ABC's Zoreen Shah has the latest.
Jurors in Sean Combs' trial are on their second day of listening to detailed accounts of extended, drug-fueled sexual scenarios. Today, they saw the visuals associated with those allegations. Cassie Ventura, Combs' former girlfriend and the prosecution's central witness, testified that Combs coerced her into recording sexual encounters with a number of male escorts, videos she described as humiliating and degrading, allegedly used by the hip-hop mogul to control her. Ventura said she endured hundreds of these interactions. She said she tried to flee one 9 years ago in an LA hotel. Footage later showed Combs chasing her down the hotel hallway, pushing her over and kicking her. Ventura said she left the hotel with bruises across her body. When Combs later messaged her, she replied, "I have a black eye and a fat lip. You are sick for thinking it's okay to do what you've done." She testified that a friend saw her injuries and called police, but she did not name Combs at the time because she said she was not ready. Just 2 days after the incident, Ventura and Combs appeared together on the red carpet. Ventura told the court she used a lot of makeup to hide bruises. Prosecutors asked her how often Combs would hit her during the so-called freak-offs, to which she said, "a lot." and also admitting she had been violent at times, detailing when she drunkenly hit Combs after he yelled at her, leading him to attack her back. She told the jury she felt trapped and grew addicted to opiates during that time to feel numb. The pair ended their relationship 7 years ago after over a decade together. 2 years ago, she filed a lawsuit accusing Combs of a cycle of abuse, violence, and sex trafficking. Today, Ventura disclosed that the case was settled for $20 million. Cross-examination is expected to start tomorrow. Defense attorneys have signaled they will argue Ventura was a violent, vindictive partner who chose to stay with Combs for years. Combs denies those allegations and maintains his innocence. Zoreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The 7:16 right now, and every week on a KVUE Daybreak, KVUE's Hannah Rucker features a different child in Texas foster care in the hopes of helping them possibly be adopted and find a forever family. This week, we meet a sweet teen girl with her whole life ahead of her. Meet Jordan.
Some folks just have a natural way with furry friends. And 14-year-old Jordan has made it clear that wherever she ends up, she hopes there's animals nearby. The two of us met up at the City of Georgetown Animal Shelter. The soft-spoken teen has a sweet spot specifically for older animals, she told me.
I like older animals because, people are I don't want an older animal. They're I want a puppy. So, nobody wants older animals.
As far as her hopes for a forever family go, she wants a peaceful and supportive environment.
I like people who are calm. Makes people with the same energy as me, I guess.
But she's also an adrenaline junkie at times. She likes roller coasters, all kinds of music, and her favorite movies are action movies. Here's what she says she could see herself possibly doing as a future career.
I like medical stuff, I guess. It's very interesting to me.
And why do you think that is?
I feel like I kind of like helping other people a lot.
Jordan begins high school in the fall. You can check out more about her, more adoption information at KVUE.com/foreverfamilies. We know Austin is a great place for comedy, and one of the stars that you see every week right here in KVUE will be on stage this weekend, making people laugh. Here's KVUE's Brian Mays.
You must be Melissa Schminty.
Who the hell you think you are knowing my name?
You've seen her on Abbott Elementary right here on KVUE, but this weekend, Lisa Ann Walter is heading to Austin.
Oh, you should have led with that. I'm in.
She's performing at the Cap City Comedy Club, and unlike her family-friendly sitcom, this show is more for the adults.
I just talk about getting older and all the things. The things that are common to all of us are raising kids and the frustrations and the differences between the generations.
She's smarter and wiser.
Lisa Ann Walter.
She is a Celebrity Jeopardy champion, after all.
You won $1 million.
But while in Austin, she wants you to come out and just have a good time.
I don't hurt anybody's feelings. I don't believe in that. I think when you go out for a nice night to laugh, that's what you should do.
And send her some recs to her Instagram.
I always like to leave it to the people from the city to tell me where I need to hit up.
And there are lots of places to hit up here in Central Texas for sure. She'll enjoy her time here. We leave you this morning with something to talk about. Caught on camera, a Florida driver had a scary encounter. While driving on the highway, you're thinking, well, it's a gator, right? Or a big anaconda, maybe a puma, a bear. I mean, they're all there in Florida, right? Well, take a look.
Please don't jump on me. Oh my.
It's a little bitty frog. Are you serious? In the video, the frog hops over the driver's side window before unexpectedly hurling onto the driver. After a brief moment of panic, the woman managed to safely pull the car over and escort the surprised hitchhiker out. That's scary because, you never know, you lose control of your car, somebody gets hurt, but unfortunately, no humans were hurt in the making of this video. Not sure how the frog did, but That's about it for KVUE Daybreak. Daybreak Plus, rather. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Let us know what you'd like to talk to us about. Message us at 512-459-9442. You can also message me on social media at Rob Evans TV on Instagram, Facebook, or X. And stick around because Daybreak continues right here on KVUE Plus. The frogs are going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Goodbye, everybody.